Wow, Gokul brother, your biryani smells really strong and tempting. Sir, I just cook it honestly, nothing else. Anyway, please order. How many plates should I serve you? We will come some other day to eat your biryani. For now, tell me, what do you know about that bridge in front which was stolen?
Hearing this, Gokul got nervous and sweat appeared on his face. He hesitatingly said,
Bridge? Stolen? I do not know anything, sir. Yes, I had seen some people coming and going, but I do not know when the bridge was stolen. I know nothing.
There was something definitely that Gokul was hiding. Seeing him so nervous, Constable said,
Whatever you know, speak clearly. Otherwise, when I take you to the police station and start beating you with the stick, you'll remember everything.
The mild aroma of biryani cooking on slow coal fire had made the customers standing at Gokul's cart completely spellbound.
Oh, Gokul brother, please serve the biryani now. Otherwise, I will faint out of hunger. Yes. I was not even hungry at all. But after the smell of Gokul's special handi biryani entered my nose, my stomach has made space for 10 plates.
While lifting a handi from the coal fire, Gokul said,
Have a little patience, brothers. Everyone will get a full plate of biryani. Just let the elder aunt of our village taste it first. Her opinion about this biryani is very important.
Saying this, Gokul opened the lid of the handi and served the steaming hot biryani into a plate. Seeing the long rice cooked in ghee and the soft juicy pieces, many customers started drooling. Then Gokul took that biryani to the aunt sitting a little far and while feeding her said,
Aunt, now tell me how this new style handi biryani tastes.
Oh, wow, my Goku. I have never eaten such delicious biryani in my life. What color, what aroma, what taste. Wow, this is amazing. Come, you also eat. Saying this, the aunt put a bite of biryani into Gokul's mouth as well. Gokul was enjoying the taste of biryani with closed eyes when suddenly he opened his eyes. He saw that he was still in jail. And all this was just a dream. His eyes filled with tears and he muttered to himself,
What has happened to me? The life I was living just a few days ago has now become only a dream for me.
Lying down again, Gokul started thinking about his past life. After all, what had happened with Gokul? Gokul, who lived in Chandapur village, was intelligent and skilled. After learning the special handi biryani recipe from the city, he started his tasty handi biryani cart near the old bridge of the village. Within a few days, the taste of his biryani had become famous from children to elders of the village. Gokul started earning well, but he had one bad habit. Because of his selfishness and greed, he never realized whose loss he was causing and how much. On the other hand, his wife Bindya was beautiful, clever and honest. One morning, Gokul was selling biryani with his wife when the old village aunt came to his cart with her 10-year-old grandson and said to Gokul, Oh Goku son, quickly serve one full plate for me and half plate biryani for my grandson.
Yes, aunt, I serve you right away.
Saying this, Gokul served 2 full plates of biryani and gave them to the aunt. The aunt did not notice and both of them started eating. The aunt finished her plate, but her grandson left half of his biryani. Seeing this, aunt said to Gokul, Goku son, did you give my grandson a full plate of biryani?
Yes, aunt, I gave full plates of biryani to both of you.
But I had told you to give him half plate.
I did not hear properly. Anyway, now you will have to pay for 2 plates.
This is too much, son. I had asked for half. Now what should I do with this biryani?
I don't know about that, aunt. Either eat it or throw it away, but you have to pay for both plates.
Wow, son, the mistake is yours and I have to suffer. Somehow the aunt forcefully finished that half plate of biryani and after paying for both plates, she left. That same evening, when Gokul reached home, his wife said, Listen, this is not right. Even I heard in the morning that aunt had asked only for half plate biryani for her grandson, and in order to make more money, you gave her a full plate.
Yes, I gave it knowingly. I faced loss in half plate. What mountain has fallen on aunt that 2 plates of biryani became too much for her?
This is not about money. It is about aunt's health. In this old age, she ate biryani forcefully and her health got disturbed. Your greed and thinking only about your own profit may trouble you one day too.
If your lecture is over, then give me 2 rotis to eat. Anyways, you never valued my cleverness from the beginning.
Bindya knew that explaining Gokul was like writing on water. So she did not talk further about it. Both of them had dinner and then went to sleep. Many days passed after this incident. One day, the DM of the area came to visit Chandapur village. The DM and his PM Manoj were moving in their car, checking the cleanliness, street lights and hand pump facilities of the village.
Sir, compared to the sarpanches we have seen in other villages, the sarpanch of Chandapur seems quite honest. Road cleaning, repairs, street lights and water system. Everything is maintained at top level. Yes, Manoj, the way we reached here for surprise inspection and from what we see, it is evident that the sarpanch is quite honest.
The car was moving on the road near the river and both were talking when suddenly Manoj looked towards the river. As soon as he looked outside, he was shocked and started rubbing his eyes again and again.
Sir, this is unbelievable. Such a huge crime. Oh my God.
The DM also looked outside. At first, he could not understand anything, but after focusing his mind, he too was shocked.
What? Where has that old iron bridge built on Chandapur village river disappeared?
First, Manoj took photos of that place and then called many people on his phone, asking them to immediately reach the Panchayat office. This news spread like fire in the whole village, city and across the country. That entire iron bridge built on the river of Chandapur village had been stolen. Everyone was shocked by the news. Meanwhile, at the village panchayat office, the DM was taking strict action on this matter, where Inspector Dev, the Sarpanch and Panchayat Secretary Lallan were present, and the DM angrily shouted,
Such a big incident happened in your village under your nose, and you say you have no information. Sirji, I had gone to the city for a few days for my eye treatment and returned only yesterday. But please do not worry, we will find those thieves as soon as possible. You and your administration are completely useless. Do you know how much our village and state is being insulted across the country? Sir, this is a big mistake from our side. But please do not worry at all, sir. Within the next 15 days, we will surely bring the real criminals behind this incident in front of you. We will give you every update about this incident as soon as possible. Only 15 days. Within these 15 days, we want the criminals behind bars. Otherwise, everyone's chair will be in danger. Understand? Yes, sir.
After warning everyone, the DM left from there. The next morning, Gokul was decorating his cart with handi biryani. Suddenly, a police jeep stopped there and the inspector and constable stepped down and said,
Wow, Gokul brother. Your biryani smells really strong and tempting. Sir, I just cook it honestly. Nothing else. Anyway, please order. How many plates should I serve you? We will come some other day to eat your biryani. For now, tell me, what do you know about that bridge in front which was stolen?
As soon as he heard about the stolen bridge, Gokul got nervous. Sweat appeared on his face and hesitatingly he said,
Bridge? Stolen? I do not know anything, sir. Yes, I had seen some people coming and going, but I do not know when the bridge was stolen. I know nothing.
Gokul was hiding something. Seeing him so frightened, Constable Lakhan spoke in a strict voice.
Whatever you know, speak clearly. Otherwise, when I take you to the police station and start beating you with the stick, you'll remember everything.
Hearing the name of police station and stick, Gokul became even more scared. By then, some customers had also gathered at his stall. They too spoke one by one.
Why are you lying, Gokul brother? I myself saw many bridge cutting workers coming to eat your biryani. Yes. Did you forgot everything? Yes, Inspector sir. I also saw them. They used to eat their afternoon meal here. And if anyone saw them closely, It was Gokul, brother.
Gokul was badly trapped. No voice was coming out of his mouth. Then, on the inspector's order, the constable arrested him and took him to the police station. By evening, the Sarpanch reached the police station with Panchayat Secretary Lallan and his nephew Deepu. Looking at Gokul, he said,
I spoke to many people in the village, Inspector sir. Everyone said that Gokul not only fed them biryani, but also safely kept the tools they used. I got to know this information. I am sure he is fully involved with those thieves. Otherwise, how could he talk to them and still not doubt anything? Beat him with sticks and he will confess everything.
Gokul was completely trapped. Meanwhile, when Bindya came to know that the police had taken Gokul, she ran to the Sarpanch's bungalow where he was talking to his nephew Deepu. Sarpanchi, only you can do something now. You know, he is greedy and selfish, but my husband cannot do this. Please save him, please.
Look, Bindya, I have always thought good for the village and its people. I'm here to help everyone. But right now the matter is serious. The whole village and the police are accusing Gokul. At this moment, I cannot help you. Hope you will understand the seriousness of the matter.
Bindya felt very helpless. She could not understand whom to seek help from in such a situation. But somehow she gathered inner strength. Now she had decided to prove her husband innocent herself. After some time, Bindya was standing in front of the inspector.
So you are the wife of this thief? We tried all night to beat the truth out of him, but he did not confess anything. Tell him if he wants both of you to live peacefully, he should accept his crime.
Yes, Inspector sir. I have come to explain the same to him. Please allow me to talk to him alone for 5 minutes. On the inspector's signal, the constable allowed Bindya to talk to Gokul. As soon as he saw her, Gokul started crying and muttering.
I have not done anything, Bindya. My only fault was that I suspected those people. But because of my biryani profit, I did not tell anyone because 50 extra plates were getting sold daily. This is God giving me the result of my greed.
First, stop crying. I will move heaven and earth to prove you innocent and also get the real criminals caught. Just do as I say. Then Bindya whispered something into Gokul's ear and left from there. For the next several days, Bindya kept checking CCTV cameras of the area and questioning people. Gokul had told her that the bridge cutting thieves did not seem to be from this village, but she was sure that someone from the village had helped them. One night, while Bindya was sleeping, a big stone suddenly came crashing through the window and fell inside. She got scared. She saw that a piece of paper was tied to the stone. On it was written, "Investigating too much about us can cost you heavily, so quietly leave this village and go away." At first, Bindya was frightened. Then, to her shock, I recognize this handwriting. This is... In the coming days, Bindya had disappeared from the village. On the other hand, Gokul had also lost hope and confessed his crime before the police. Today, he was to be presented before the magistrate. After that, he would remain in jail forever. The Sarpanch, secretary and other villagers were also present at the police station. The inspector said,
Constable, feed Gokul properly and keep him ready. Today he has to appear before the magistrate, where he will confess his crime, and then we will see what punishment he gets.
Just then, Bindya entered the police station and said, "How can there be one-sided punishment like this, Inspector sir, when Bindya has brought true evidence with her?" Saying this, Bindya placed a camera on the inspector's table. As soon as the inspector switched it on, a video started playing. After watching it completely, the inspector stood up, went to the Sarpanch and while putting handcuffs on him, said,
This is exactly that saying, Sarpanji. The thief was right beside us and we were making announcements in the town. Finally, we got to know the truth. What nonsense is this, Inspector? I have done nothing. The villagers know I am an honest man. This woman has instigated you against me. Yes, she or I may lie, but this camera recording cannot lie.
The inspector showed the recording to the others present there, in which the Sarpanch was seen planning the bridge theft with the gang of thieves. Everyone was shocked. After being exposed, the Sarpanch started pleading, but the inspector did not listen to him and put him behind bars, and Gokul was honorably released. After everyone left, Inspector to Bindia.
Wow, Bindia, you have done something amazing. But where did you get this camera from?
I was investigating this case in my own way, sir. Then one day, someone threw a stone into my house with a threat written on a paper asking me to leave the village. As soon as I read it, I recognized the handwriting because earlier I used to teach in the village Anganwadi. It was none other than the Sarpanch's nephew Deepu's handwriting. Seeing his writing, I understood that the Sarpanch might also be involved. Then I left my house and started living somewhere else and began blackmailing Deepu that I would send him to jail. After scaring him for many days, he confessed that he did it on the Sarpanch's instructions. After pressuring him more, he gave me the secretly recorded video of the Sarpanch which I brought to you.
But where is Deepu?
For now, he has run away, Inspector sir, but soon he will also be in your custody. While taking Gokul from the police station, Bindia said, "See, dear husband, the power of your Bindia. That is why I always said greed is a bad thing."
You were right, Bindia. Greed is a bad thing. From now on, I will not even sell biryani to anyone without Aadhaar card.
Hearing this, everyone burst into laughter and then Bindia left from there with Gokul.